What do you do when your world is shaking, but heaven stays still? When waves crash around your soul, and it feels like even God is asleep? Tonight's story isn't just about a storm. It's about a silence that was never absence. This is Sleepy Whispers, where stories don't shout. They hold your hand in the dark.
The sun was setting. The day had been long. Miracles, crowds, teachings, and Jesus, tired, turned to his disciples. "Let us go to the other side." So they stepped into the boat. Ordinary men, but they followed an extraordinary voice. The sea was calm. The stars began to rise. And Jesus, he lay down in the back and closed his eyes. He slept. The Son of God slept. At first, just wind. Then the waves grew taller. Then black clouds covered the sky. The sea turned violent, a storm. The disciples rowed harder, faster, but the water kept rising. "We're going to drown. Where is he? He's sleeping?" Fear turned to panic, and panic turned to blame. They rushed to the back of the boat. Their voices cracked. "Teacher, don't you care that we're dying?" And still he slept peacefully, as if the storm had no say, as if the waves answered to him, because they did. Then slowly, Jesus opened his eyes. No fear, no rush, no panic in his eyes. He stood, faced the storm, faced the fear in their eyes, and he spoke, "Peace, be still." And it was. The wind stopped. The sea stilled. Silence returned. Not because the world gave it, but because he commanded. They stared at him, tears still on their faces. He turned to them. "Why are you so afraid? Do you still have no faith?" They were quiet, not because they were calm, but because they realized, even when he sleeps, he is still God. Even when you don't feel him, even when he's silent, he is not absent.
But tonight, if your boat feels like it's breaking, if your prayers feel unheard, remember, he may not rush, but he does not forget. Sometimes God sleeps, not because he's absent, but because you are safer than you think. The storm isn't in control. He is. So sleep tonight, not in fear, but in faith, because even when heaven whispers, it still moves the sea.